We've decided to make a series of short videos about some vegetables, some herbs in our garden that typically get overlooked or frequently get removed. In the past, we considered these things weeds, but we've discovered that there are things growing in our garden that instead of pulling them out and trashing them, we can harvest them and enjoy them. The first one we're going to take a look at is Dao Doi, or in English, it's called Spanish needle. I've been fighting this plant as long as we've been living here, and now I've discovered that it's quite edible, quite delicious, and very healthy for us. It self-seeds, it spreads out like nothing else. If I'm in an area where I've got vegetables growing, I'm going to be pulling it out by the roots, because if you leave a little bit of root, it's just going to come back. It's one of those, it's a real nasty one. But recently we've discovered that it's quite edible and full of goodness for us.
This one we call Dao Doi, and for me, I quite really enjoy to use this one for curry. Dao Doi is like a have very strong taste, a little bit have taste a bitter, little bit bitter, and the taste like pepper. When I use just a little bit with the young leaf or like that, or some just the leaf like that for cooking or smoothie. It's quite really healthy. Then if we have too much, we can use for compost as well.
It's very good for our respiratory system and our immune system, and will give us a really good balanced boost to our diet. And it's been used a long time in Northern Thailand to treat colds and coughs, and it's great for clearing phlegm. And for generations, people have chewed the tender leaves to help relieve toothache. It's full of vitamins, antioxidants, it's great for digestion, and it's a fabulous alternative to commercial supplements that modern marketing will push on us at every opportunity. So in all my efforts to try and eradicate it from the garden, well, actually gave up years ago trying to eradicate it, just trying to manage it in our garden, I've taken a different perspective. So realizing that there's no need to buy packaged supplements that have to be transported, that have to be promoted and marketed, when right here in our garden we can just wander out with a small basket and happily harvest the goodness that grows wild and natural in our neighbourhood. Pansa recently had gone to a free seminar that was put on by an organisation that was willing to teach people about the natural organic herbs that grow wild, and to re-educate people about how to use them, because over the last few generations in most of the world we have lost this information, or definitely in the West we've lost this information. I know from the New Zealand Maori people that they have a wealth of information about what plants can be used, which ones can be eaten, which ones are good for healing, as can every indigenous population on planet Earth. And as long as we've got this information intact, we continue to use it, and we can continue to develop the understanding of this information these days through more refined scientific practices. So maybe this plant is not on the approved list of the FDA. That's because there's no big food company or pharmaceutical company putting a lot of money into getting it approved. What we come into our garden, what we pick, what we can learn about that grows naturally is so beneficial to us, and it can reduce the carbon footprint because there's no packaging, there's no transport, there's no artificial anything in it, and it is free for us to be able to pick. This is why it's not promoted. This is why it's not available on supermarket shelves or in pharmacies, because it's so easy to just walk into your garden, pick it and add it to a stir fry, a curry or a smoothie. Don't be fearful because the information hasn't been available. Do your research, look at websites, look at information that's readily available online. If you're in North America, eattheweeds.com has got a fabulous database of information, written text and videos that will help you identify and be confident to pick herbs from your garden and from your local neighbourhood. And if you're interested to know more about what we do and how we do this here at So and Silk Homestay, you can come and visit us, and we will be more than happy to walk around the garden with you and share our knowledge and our experience of growing herbs like this or whatever we're growing in the garden. And if you can't do that, I'm sure you'll enjoy watching this video next. And thanks very much for watching this one all the way through.